Good morning, secret knitting agents. This is Special Agent Lindsay and Puddles, here to present a quick tutorial of the Icord cast on and bind off as seen in your Operation Base Cowl section of the CIA Cowl Mystery Knit Along. That's a bit of a mouthful, but I think I made it. As you can see in the photo from your Operation Base Cowl portfolio, I used a knitted Icord for the cast on and the bind off. What I liked about this technique for this design is that it provided a non-rolling edge that was stabilized in the front and back. You can see the knitted Icord here stabilizing the front, and then you have this nice base to it, and then here it also stabilizes the back, and that's what helps create a non-rolling hem. The other thing I love about the knitted Icord is that there are so many different methods to create it. So I thought I would show you the one I used. I'll start with a slip knot and cast on 2 additional stitches, so you have 3 stitches on your needle. I'm just using a knitted cast on method here. So 3 start stitches. Knit 1, knit into the front and back of the second stitch. Now have 1 stitch on your left needle and 3 on your right, and slip 3 stitches back. And you have 4 stitches. Knit 1, knit into the front and back. You have 2 stitches on your left needle and 3 on your right, and you slip 3 back. Knit 1, knit into the front and back. You have 3 stitches on your left needle and 3 stitches on your right needle, slip 3 back. Knit 1, knit into the front and back, and as you can see, you are slowly increasing your stitch count on your left needle side. As you slip them back, that last increased stitch won't be worked again until you're working the actual cowl, that is. So just continue in this method, knit 1, knit into the front and back, slip 3 back until you have your desired number of stitches. Once you have several stitches cast on, you'll start to see the I-cord running beneath them without it looking wonky. And you see the stabilizer for the front, and then your nice base stitch, and then the stabilizer for the back. One last tip I have: when you have completed the cast on for the recommended number of stitches, I recommend casting on 1 more, and this is why. This last stitch here is awfully tight because you're increasing to the left of it. So if you cast on 1 more stitch using the same knit 1, knit into the front and back, slipping 3 back, and then your first stitch you knit and you actually bind off so that you return to the correct number of stitches. That creates a nice little butt for seaming up the gap in the cast on, and it prevents that stitch from pulling had you not bound it off. It just brings it up to the level of the other stitches, and it's an optional trick. So now you can assume that I've worked Operation Base Cowl up the pattern, and now I'm going to demonstrate the I-cord bind off. It's very simple. You knit 1, and then you slip 2 stitches as if to knit and knit them together, and you slip back, slip 2 stitches back, and that's bound off 1. You knit 1 and slip 2 stitches as if to knit them together, and slip 2 back, and you've bound off another. And again, like the cast on, you just continue to go knit 1, knit, slip 2 stitches, knit them together, slip back, knit 1, SSK, slip 2 back, knit 1, SSK, slip 2 back. Again, just continue in this method until you reached your final couple of stitches, and then I have an optional trick for the very end too. As you can see, you get the nice stabilizer for the front, a nice top edge, and a stabilizer for the back with this Icord bind off method. So the trick, when you get to the end, so knit 1, SSK, slip 2 back, and when you have the last 3 stitches, knit 3 together, and pull through to bind off, and that way you have a top edge that you can weave into the other end and make it pretty seamless if you take your time with it. So on Operation Base Cowl, this is the bind off. It stabilizes the front, and you have a nice edge here, and then on the back, and it stabilizes the back, and that's what helps prevent the edge from rolling. Thank you so much for taking part in the CIA Cowl Mystery Knit Along by Knit Echo Chic. This was the tutorial for the Icord cast on and bind off as seen in Operation Base Cowl. This is Agent Lindsay and Very Special Agent Puddles, over and out. And by out, I mean sleeping. Have a great day, everyone.